Welcome to the new class. I am your social teacher, a new social teacher, and I will be teaching you social. So today we will learn about the globes and maps. Today we will learn about globes and maps. Now, what season is this? Summer season, right? Summer season, what do you, most of you do? You go to your terraces and sleep. Yes or no? Nowadays we are having AC, that's different. But still most of the houses you don't find AC and all. So what do? They go to their terraces and sleep. Yes or no? So when you go to your terrace and sleep, what do you observe in the sky at night? You see moon, you see stars, isn't it? What are those? Those are heavenly bodies. What are those? Those are said to be heavenly bodies. Next thing, at daytime what do you see? You see sun, isn't it? At daytime, what do you see? You see sun. So, this sun, and what are the things that go around the sun called as planets? What are the things that revolve around the sun called as planets? So, among the planets, which planet life is possible? On which planet you see life? We see life only on planet Earth. Where do you see life? On planet Earth, isn't it? Earth is the planet that supports every kind of life. Plant life, animal life, human life, all these lives you find only on the Earth, planet Earth, isn't it? So, sun, around the sun you will see many planets going around it, isn't it? The 8 planets go around the sun. So, the 8 planets that go around the sun along with the solar system, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, like that, isn't it? So, Earth occupies 3rd position here. So, Earth is the planet that is having life. So, around sun you see so many planets going around the sun, and the Earth is the only planet that has life, isn't it? So, it supports all kinds of life. Life like human life, animal life, plant life, all this. So, in that case, if we see, the Earth has water on its surface and land. So, the total surface of the Earth is covered with, water and land. 71% of total area is water. 71% of total area on Earth is water, and 29% is land. So, the large water bodies are called as oceans. So, the top water bodies, the water, what we see on the Earth is divided into 5 oceans. So, these water bodies are called as oceans, and land masses are called as continents. Water bodies are known as oceans, land masses are called as continents. Do you understand? So, Earth is the only planet that has life. It supports life of all kinds like plant life, animal life, human life, isn't it? So, this planet Earth, it is covered with water and land masses. 71% total area is water and 29% is land. So, water bodies are called as oceans and land masses are called as continents. So, how many continents? Land masses are divided into totally 7 continents. Land masses on the Earth are divided into 7 continents. How many continents? 7 continents. Now let us learn what are those 7 continents. First one, North America, Asia, Europe, Australia, Africa, Antarctica. So, the land masses on the earth are divided into 7 continents. They are divided into 7 continents. They are North America, South America, Asia, Europe, Australia, Africa and Antarctica. See here children, the continent name, how is it starting? It's starting with A and ending with A. See here. All the continents, whichever letter they start, they are ending also with the same letter. Yes or no? Asia, Europe, Australia, Africa, Antarctica. Isn't it? So, the land masses are divided into 7 continents and the 7 continents are North America, South America, Asia, Europe, Australia, Africa, Antarctica. In this way, we have 7 continents. And the water bodies are divided into 5 oceans. How are the water bodies divided? They are divided into 5 oceans. Water bodies are divided into 5 oceans. Water bodies are divided into 5 oceans. Now, what are they? First one, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean, Antarctic Ocean. Antarctic Ocean is also known as Southern Ocean. So, water bodies on earth are divided into how many oceans? 5 oceans. What are they? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Antarctic Ocean. So, in this way, we have water bodies and land masses on the surface of the earth. So, I told you how much percentage of total area is covered with water? 71% total area on earth is covered with water and 29% is land. I told you land masses are divided into 7 continents. What are they? North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, Asia, Europe, Africa. In that way, and the largest continent is Asia, smallest is Australia. And water bodies are divided into 5 oceans. What are they? Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Arctic Ocean and Antarctic Ocean. Antarctic Ocean is also known as Southern Ocean. So, the largest ocean is Pacific Ocean and the smallest one is Arctic. So, in that way, Earth's surface is divided into continents and land masses and water bodies, that is continents and oceans. Now, let us learn. And one more thing here is Earth is round. How can you say that it is round? Astronauts have gone into the space and have taken the photographs, and those photographs prove that the Earth is round in shape. So, next I will tell you, I have to explain the model of the Earth. Now, before going into the model of the Earth, let me tell you, what is this one? Tiger. What is this one? Giraffe. What is this one? Camel, isn't it? What is this one? Zebra. Are these pictures real ones? No. These are not real ones, but these are the model of those animals. These are the models of the big animals. Can I bring a cow here directly to show you live? No. Can I bring camel? Can I bring camel and show you here? I can't. I can only show you the models. That's what it is. So, this globe, this thing is also the model of our Earth. This is a small globe, a small model of our very big Earth. You understand? So, now this shows all the land masses, oceans So what is happening? I am turning the globe on one line. That line is not vertical, it is slanting. This is slanting and it is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees. This is not a vertical line. This is a tilted axis, that is called as axis of the globe, and it is tilted to one side and it is known as tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees. 23.5 degrees. This is the tilted angle. So this is called as line of axis, and the earth rotates on this axis. This is known as the line of axis, and the earth rotates on this line of axis. While it is rotating, now this axis has 2 points. One point, the northernmost point is known as North Pole. Northernmost point is called the North Pole. North Pole, and the southernmost point is said to be the South Pole. And the southernmost point is said to be the South Pole. So, in the same way, Earth's axis is also tilted as it is shown in the globe, and as it is the model of our Earth. So, it is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees, and the northernmost point is called as North Pole, and the southernmost point is said to be the South Pole. In the same way, a line midway goes through the middle of the globe, and that is known as equator. A line passes through the middle of the globe around the globe, and that line is said to be the equator. And that line is said to be the equator, and this equator divides the earth into 2 equal halves. So the part above the equator on the northern side is said to be the northern hemisphere, and the line below the equator towards the south divides the other half, and that is said to be the southern hemisphere. So this earth rotates on an axis, on a line passing through the center of it is, and it is called as an axis. It is tilted at an angle of 23.5 degrees, and the northernmost point is called the North Pole, and southernmost point is said to be the South Pole, and middle of the globe one line passes, and that line is said to be the equator, and this equator will divide the earth into 2 halves, the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. So this is all about the model of the earth. So now we know, we are able to see countries and continents and oceans on the globe, isn't it? But still there are certain limitations to it. That means we cannot carry the whole globe, cannot carry a large globe, isn't it? Moreover, you cannot draw a small portion of the earth as a globe. A small portion cannot be drawn as a globe or taken as a small portion of the earth. A small portion of the earth cannot be made into globe. Isn't it? You cannot carry a large globe, a small portion you cannot, and moreover you cannot get, you can't show the details. Details of small details of a city, something like that on the globe, isn't it? So for easy convenience, map has been introduced. For easy convenience, they have introduced another thing known as map. Now map, what is map? Map is the representation of the maps. Now what is map? I will show you what is a map. Map is the representation of the globe on a flat area. On a flat area. That means you will have a map, globe. This is round now. You will have a flat thing. To see, I will show you. Wait. So, map is the representation on a flat area. So, see this one? This is map, world map. On this also you find everything, isn't it? This is the flat representation, isn't it? So, this is the flat representation of the globe on a flat area is a map. So, now map was introduced by Gerardus Mercator. Gerardus Mercator introduced maps. A book of maps called Atlas. So this Atlas, you can also get this book is, I'll show you Atlas, isn't it? So book of maps, this is book of maps Atlas. Here you see different maps will be there, isn't it? Different types of map, and even a small portion can be shown in detail. This is southern part of India, you see. Every detail you will get it in this Atlas map. See here, even a small area you can expand it and see the details of each and everything in a map. So map is easy to carry. You can fold it and put it in your back pocket like that, isn't it? Map means you can fold it and you can put it. So it has been derived from the Latin word. It has been derived from the Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. Which means a napkin. Do you understand? So it is derived from a Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. Napkin, and you know, no? You can fold the napkin, you can keep it in your pocket, you can carry wherever you want. So globe means it is difficult to carry, whereas map is small one. You can fold it and keep it wherever you feel like, and you can carry. So it's easy. So map is the representation of the earth on a flat surface. Yeah, it was Latin word map. Means a Latin word mappo, which means a napkin. So in that way, maps will give you all the detailed information of everything, isn't it? Even you can have the map of your country, you can have the map of your city, you can have the map of your own school. You can make a map of your own school, you can do it. Next is, these maps will give you everything in detail. Detailed information of a country, detailed information of a city, everything. So these maps have been divided into two types. Political maps and physical maps. Now what are political maps? Political maps, and they will show you all the boundaries or the outline or the countries of a country or all the countries in a continent. All these come under political map. Physical maps show you the physical features. They show you the physical features like mountains, lakes, rivers, plains, valleys, hills. All these are shown by the physical maps. Again, other type of map is also there, but here you have to learn this political map and physical maps. These two maps, if you learn at this stage, that's enough for you. So in this way, for the easy representation, they have to understand the lesson easily. details of a small place easily, maps have been introduced. So, two types of maps are there, political maps and physical maps. Political maps, you will see the outline or boundaries of with the states, a country with a state. In that way, you will get a political map. Physical maps will show the physical features. So, in that way, we have political maps and physical maps. And next, again, let me up to political maps and physical maps, let me finish. Then I will revise. So in that way, we will go about the language of the map in the next class. So let me revise once again. So here I told you Earth has been divided into water bodies and land masses. So you see the video number of times. If you see the videos number of times, you will come to know how many continents and oceans are there. So we have told you to maintain one book, right? So in that book you maintain all that homework, day-wise homework you do it. So the continents and ocean which I have given you, you learn them, you learn the spellings of those and write down, put the date and write down that as a homework so that you will be ready, get ready for the next class. So first of all, learn continents and oceans along with the spellings so that you can be ready for the next class. So that's the homework for you. You do that homework in the book you are maintaining. Miss Janki, Miss